girls on the beat. Tiwa Savage on this one, yeah. Whiskey, do you want mama? Make it animals to tingle. This guy I never see you.
What's up, my people? Welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while since I put up a video. Let me tell you, editing is no joke. I can't be the only one struggling with editing. I know someone else is going through exactly the same struggle I'm going through. So let me know who else is, so I know I'm not alone in this struggle. Anyways, I'm moving on to this video now. This is going to help your lace install game, especially if you don't like the glue method. I know the internet is inundated with glue-ins, but some people still are allergic to glue. So this is just a prep phase. It's gonna enable you to sew in your lace closure and be able to actually flip it back, and that means it is wind friendly. The trick is right here. You see that little nibbit? I'm cutting off the lace. I know, abomination. If you don't want to cut your lace, this is not for you. This is beginner friendly. So you should have a square where the part is going to sit, and what that does is it prevents that wrinkle you get, because the key to sewing a realistic looking closure is to actually get that lace nice and tucked in under the two front braid. That's called your anchor braids, right? So to start with, we are going to be securing that closure on both ends. This is to prevent movement, and I'm not going to sew around the perimeter of the closure just yet, just because the lace can move a little bit too far back with all the nugging and tugging and everything else that we do with this closure. This is the important part. What you want to do is get the front of that lace and sew it underneath the braid, and that's why we've cut out that little section of hair in front, because what we're doing is really tucking it in. Now that wasn't very clear, so I'm gonna use my dummy. Her name is Ijoma. Okay, had to name her to really demonstrate. You want to cut off a really thin section. I know people say 1 inch, but 1 inch is a lot. Like, I think just a thin section would suffice. And what you're doing is going under that braid and bringing the needle to the part, and what that's doing is really tucking that lace underneath. The trick here is to make sure that you are going very closely. You're going very closely, your stitches are very tight. You don't want to go really far apart, because you're going to get gaps, and when you flip it over, which is why we're doing this method, you're going to see gaps, and we don't want that. We want this to be wind friendly. We want the wind to blow our hair backwards and not be afraid and not be nervous about it, you know? And like you saw in the beginning, my sister had that going for her. She was lucky that day we had the wind in our favor. She was feeling like Beyonce, you know? Okay, so this is it. I'm just gonna speed up this section here where I do the stitches really tightly, and then I'm gonna give you an example of what you should not do. Okay, this is what you shouldn't do. Don't give big gaps, because big gaps will give you big holes. And you will see exactly what I'm talking about in just a second. As you can see, the sewing on the right is nice and tight. You can pull it backwards and it looks really natural compared to if you had given so many gaps. Like I said, you shouldn't. So there's a trick. I hope that was explanatory. We're gonna go ahead and continue the rest on my sister's head. There I am pulling the hair back just to show you that that method works. And because my camera was out of frame for this one, that's why I showed you on my dummy. I'm just gonna go ahead and do this part really quickly, sew around the perimeter, and then show you how flat that part is looking. Okay, no guys, at this point you should be liking this video. Look at that part. Look how flat it is. Like, oh my goodness. Okay, no, pat on the back. Like it actually blends into her little baby hairs right there. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and sew the rest of the tracks, and this is the C-curve double wefted method. There are lots of YouTube videos showing how to sew in tracks, so I didn't think it was necessary to slow down this step. But if you do want me to show you how I do it, I'm more than happy to. Let me know in the comment section below. Even the braid pattern is a bit different because my sister has a lot of hair. This is the second day where we get to doll her up, and I'm doing her makeup at the moment so you can see her feel herself. Shout out to London Lash Company. Follow them on Instagram. They have the best lashes, like trust me. It's taking us 2 days to do this look because she has a daughter. She's very cute. She's my niece. But if you have a kid, you know, like getting your hair done, this is a luxury and you don't have that much time. So we had to kind of split it into 2 days. I'm gonna just prep and mousse her part, and you'll also see me pull the hair backwards to reveal that effect that we were going for. And we were lucky to have some natural winds, no fan, nothing to put this hair to the test. So just watch to the end and see what we have for you. There you have it, guys. That is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you stayed on to this point, just subscribe, support my ministry. My channel is growing small. Thank you so much for subscribing. I promise to give you fun and interesting content. Thanks again for watching. Have a wonderful week. Mwah.